kind of...
That's unpredictable. You can work all week to get up there, and sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's been a fact of our season. And then obviously the nervy conceding goals, which you want to... So that's why a clean sheet is as pleasing today as well. But the way we played, the work rate in midfield from the lads of getting after the ball, not just midfield but all over, and the play and the simple thing about how can we make a 4-4-2? Can we go wide? Give them areas to cover and ground to cover. Billy opening up, playing his fullback simply, like simple stuff that's beautiful when it comes, and it's quick and it's crisp, and we did it for so many big parts of the game.
Jim, being Scottish and small, I'm contractually obliged to say the words Billy and Gilmore in any question I ask just now. He was great, but look at the options. The options for you now with the players that you've brought in, that must have increased it more than you maybe even expected between now and the end of the season, because you've got the other players coming back.
Yeah, and that's nice competition within the squad, and we've got a good group now that have gone through some tough times in the last run of games, and sometimes that brings you together, and sometimes we've had a few harsh meetings lately, and I think the harsh meetings have made them focus. I think it's been a good thing. The thing I loved about Billy today was that he played at the base. He was fantastic. The minute we changed and brought Reece on and pushed him up the pitch, he took that on board instantly. All of a sudden he's arriving in the box, he's in high positions, his game intelligence is great, so really pleased. He comes in and he's obviously given me a load to think about in a really positive way. And the crowd, look at the crowd reaction to him, singing his name. They love him, he's such a good lad as well. So it's been a lovely story for this week, and obviously now the hard work does begin with him.
Billy Esther, they're calling him apparently out there now. Being English,
I didn't get that, by the way.
I'm going to do the other midfielders. Ross has had a great week, and great timing given your options or lack of options. And Mason, who's played so well so often this season, but his goals dried up completely, and he's got to be scoring goals sometimes, doesn't he? That was just his second in 4 months today. So a word for them. And for Reece James, who you played in there, who I guess you must have seen doing that a bit for Wigan, because he did do that. He can do that, can't he?
Firstly, Ross is a great story. I love Ross's character. He's had a tough season, been out of it sometimes, and it's easy then to just not give up, but go just make it difficult for yourself. His attitude in the last few months, and then you get the results. And Ross there today against his old club, he'll love that as well, and he deserves that moment. The way he was sort of taking his time on the ball at the end, I thought he deserved. Normally I wouldn't like that, but fair play. Mason, I think we forget with Mason, because there's so much to his game, and he hasn't scored in a long time, and I know that gets a little bit of traction, but at the same time he's like just 21, just turned. He presses like not many midfielders in the Premier League, and he's a young boy at 21 years of age. I had so many things. I didn't step foot near a Champions League game until I was like 25, just on my personal. So when we judge him was that young boy who was in the Championship last year, and he's been brilliant this year, and that will give him more confidence. And of course I'm on him all the time. He does need to score and assist more. It was the last one, someone else you mentioned,
and Reece James playing in there as an option.
Nice one to look at. He's so comfortable on the ball, he gives us physicality as well, so it was nice, and he got straight into the swing of things straight away.
We're looking at the goals. They're all very good goals, but the Willian goal, the pass and the build up to that goal, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at it again.
I hope,
it's absolutely phenomenal, isn't it?
And that's what I was saying to the lads at half time. I was a bit worried about the last 5-10 minutes of the first half, that we've just came off it a bit with a bit sloppy passing, and the way we moved it smoothly, less touches, moving it from side to side. Even Aspie there is overlapping, that opens up the extra yard for him to get his shot away. And the second goal I loved. It was something we worked on yesterday.
Over 20 passes. I think it's the second highest passes completed in the build up to the game.
Is that right?
I think, I believe so,
So brilliant, and that's work coming together. But we can't. I think that's game done. It's one game, but it's nice to see it, and we have to keep working.
Right, well let Frank talk to me.